Hey, what is up, guys? Regal Gamer here, bringing you episode number 1 of my new series, 6th Gen Classics. I'm so excited to get underway with this, guys. If you do like this video, be sure to smash that like button. If you want to subscribe to see more content, hit that subscribe button because I definitely appreciate it. And without further ado, game number 1 is Sonic Adventures 2. Sonic Adventures 2, of course, is for the Sega Dreamcast, one of Sega's biggest games during this time period. So I think you guys will enjoy this review, and I definitely enjoyed this game, so let's get to this. Sonic Adventures 2 is, of course, a 3D game. Now, a lot of the 3D Sonic games do get a bad rap, but I can tell you, this game and Sonic Adventures 1 definitely do not follow along to that plot, because these games are excellent games. And if you do want a Sega Dreamcast, I would absolutely recommend them. I'm sure if you do buy a Dreamcast, I'm sure these are some of the first games you're getting, because Sonic is the iconic character for the system. So let's start out with the visuals. Obviously, as you can see from this video, the visuals are pretty stunning, especially for this time period. I mean, it's easy to look back now and say, oh, you know, they're not that good compared to PS4 or Xbox One. But this game, it kind of blew me away when I played this. Because I didn't play this originally when the Dreamcast came out. I played it later. And the graphics are really good. And I did not expect this. They're definitely on par, I'd say. Or even better, honestly, than some of the games you're going to see on the Xbox or the PS2. The soundtrack actually works really well with this game too. You would think when you first listen to it, it might get annoying, but it actually never does, because it got that high energy thing that you associate with Sonic. So I really enjoy the soundtrack. I think it really works really well with this game, and it gives it a Sonic feel. I mean, that's part of it. It kind of comes off like a Sonic game just by listening to the soundtrack. And one of my favorite features of this game is that there are actually 6 different playable characters from the Sonic universe. And you can play as either the heroes, obviously Sonic, or the bad guys, like Shadow. So that's something that's really unique in this game that a lot of the other Sonic games don't have. I know Sonic 3 was like 3 characters, but this is 6. So it's something that's awesome, and I definitely enjoyed that with the variety of the game. It provides it with a lot of replayability. And there was a quirkiness about this game, which makes this game really fun and really unique. You wouldn't think a Sonic game could be unique, because it's Sonic, it's so generic. But this game actually is very unique, and it's really an enjoyable experience. You know, I was definitely very impressed on how they mastered the speed of Sonic in this game. A lot of the 3D games, Sonic doesn't feel very fast. But in this game, he feels just as fast as the old 2D games. It looks like he's moving throughout the map. And you know, the great thing about this game is that you never feel like you're lost during the world. It feels like it's open world, but it also feels like you're on a line. So it provides, you know, a lot of games like you're just scrolling around, you have no idea what to do. But I never once felt like that in this game. I felt like it was a 3D map that actually guided me into making the right choices as far as direction goes every single time. So let's talk about how we're going to score this game. So for these reviews, I'm going to be breaking down to 5 categories: gameplay, graphics, soundtrack, story, and the bang for your buck. So the cost of the game and if it's worth it. So let's talk about gameplay. The gameplay obviously is very smooth. One of the smoothest playing 3D Sonic games. So I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10 for gameplay. And for graphics, of course, like I said, I was blown away when I first saw this game. So I'm also going to give it a 9 out of 10 for graphics, because they are very smooth and really enjoyable to look at. Soundtrack, I definitely did enjoy the soundtrack, so I think it definitely deserves an 8 out of 10. The sound when you hit things, when you collect rings, it's all on point, so you can't really put any faults with it. So I definitely give it an 8 out of 10, it's a solid score. It maybe even deserves a 9 out of 10, but I'm going to give it an 8 out of 10 right now. Moving on to category 4, we have story. And this is where most Sonic games usually disappoint me anyway. So I'm only going to give the story in this game a 5 out of 10. The story's better than some Sonic games, but the story, it's lacking. I mean, for me, I really don't care about the story in most Sonic games. I'm just going out there trying to have fun. And I think it usually worked for Sonic games, but for this review, I can't give it any higher than a 5 out of 10. And bang for your buck. Now, this game is about a $30 game. which is kind of cheap for retro gaming, but for this generation, that's actually really expensive. So, I mean, I'm only going to give it a 5 out of 10 for bang on your buck. While it is a great game, it does cost a little bit more than most other great games on this system, or in this generation. So my overall score, when you take gameplay, graphics, story, soundtrack, and bang for your buck combined, I'm going to give Sonic Adventures 2 on the Dreamcast an 8 out of 10. It's definitely an enjoyable game, and if you do have a Dreamcast, it's a must-own. Now, the one thing holding it back really was the story and the price. But other than that, tremendous game. Could not recommend it any higher. Well, thank you guys so much for watching another video from me, The Regal Gamer. If you do like it, be sure to smash that like button. I definitely appreciate it. And if you want to see more reviews, more videos on the 6th generation, be sure to smash that subscribe button.